vola angela o veteronugu, ako itabua. Ako do talitay na barong na Bula FM, nambando na sir.
Bula, alang gono ilutoka do talita ka ng Bula FM berarti ni nambando na sir.
Ni Bula binaka, nanregen go sa Bula FM nga. Na kasi.
Nalang go sa mundo atibyo ng Bula FM nambando na sir nusur.
Ni Bula binaka, nalang go Jerry, yang melambasa. Do barong na Bula FM, nambando.
Bula FM, nambando na sir.
In the news tonight, tax evaders trying new tricks to defraud government. Partner violence reaches next level. A new passport price yet to be determined.
From the studios of FBC Suba, Amrita Sagar.
Fiji Revenue and Customs Service has recently noted a trend in which some businesses are tweaking their IT systems to suppress sales, and this is done deliberately by some non-compliant tax evaders. FRCS Chief Executive Vishwanath Das says a current major case has cost Fiji to lose millions of dollars in royalty income. Koroi Tandalala reports.
With Fiji tightening up on its tax laws, some businesses continues to explore ways to deliberately evade paying taxes, and this has been noticed by the Fiji Revenue and Customs Services.
And the new trend that I'm seeing is that, some of the discoveries we have had is whereby, some companies, again, I would say, these are deliberate non-compliant, tax evaders who have sort of resorted to, tweaking their IT systems, to suppress sales. Yeah. And you can see, that's why, the whole government initiative of, the VAT monitoring system, it's actually to address the sales suppression that leads to, revenue leakage, tax revenue leakage.
FRCS Chief Executive Vishwanath Das says they're working on a current case involving a multinational business that has been able to evade tax through book transactions, causing Fiji to lose out on gross royalty income.
Earlier on, I had made a mention, how one company has conducted book entry transactions, and gotten, $74 million worth of transaction, which left Fiji losing the IP right to Singapore. When in fact, this could have gotten us royalty income, but now the situation is we're only going to get royalty taxes on the gross royalty. Looking at the quantum involved, the transaction value, I think it's easy to figure out, it has to be a multinational company operating in Fiji.
Meanwhile, Das says the implementation of the VAT monitoring system will ensure businesses engage in transparent dealings and will hold retailers accountable for non-compliance. Koroi Tandulala, FBC News.
Over the last 5.5 years, 32 women in Fiji have lost their lives to intimate partner violence. Fiji Women's Crisis Center Coordinator Shamima Ali says the toll has increased to the highest yet, with 8 women killed so far this year. Kritika Kumar reports.
In the wake of recent horrific domestic violence cases, the NGO believes there is an epidemic of violence against women in the country.
Women stay in these situations because we expect them to stay married. Don't leave your husband, don't break your family. There's a lot of family pressure. And, and women love their husbands. They just want their bad behavior to change.
Research conducted in 2017 indicates that it takes women an average of over 2.5 years of abuse before they report domestic violence.
Pressure from society for people to get married, to have children, and young people are, finding solace there with men and so on, go into a relationship, with some very romantic ideas, but they don't know each other well enough.
The Fiji Women Rights Movement believes there could be more women who are not included in the statistics as their deaths have not been recorded as such.
It's when they move out of the violent situation, or the environment that is violent, they are most at risk then. And many of the deaths that we have seen this year have been resulting from that. So the statistics she is saying are very sobering for a small country like ours.
Meanwhile, the Fiji Women Crisis Center held a vigil yesterday to remember the 8 women killed by their partners this year. Of the 8, 2 were pregnant when they died. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
The fees that apply to getting a new e-passport is expected to increase later, but it's yet to be determined by Cabinet. Department of Immigration Director Nemani Vuniwanga says the travel document regulations have been reviewed. Vuniwanga adds they have not set the new fees yet, which will apply to the new e-passports, contrary to claims that there is an increase from $72 to $452. The Immigration Department is working around the clock to roll out the first e-passports this week.
We are working with the Solicitor General's office, and hopefully by the next Parliament sitting, the bill and the regulations will be passed in Parliament. With that, it will come out, the new fees will be announced.
He says with 5,000 new e-passports and around 9,000 pending applications, the department has a plan in place to facilitate the issuance of the new passports. Meanwhile, people can still use their old passports. However, applications for new ones will also be facilitated. 168 Republic of Fiji military forces personnel will be deployed for the United Nations Assistance Mission in Iraq by November this year. The tour will be for a year and will also be the longest and largest United Nations deployment for the RFMF. Felipe Naikaso has more.
These RFMF personnel today began their pre-deployment training, which is the last deployment abroad for peacekeeping duties this year.
We are thankful for the contribution of our soldiers who has basically volunteered and sacrificed their precious time in coming forward to be part of this noble cause. This will culminate in their service abroad for the next 12 months.
Peacekeeping duties are also nothing new for our soldiers, as their fine track record speaks volume, which was further stressed by the ambassador of the People's Republic of China to Fiji.
In terms of contributions per capita to peacekeeping since 1970, Fiji has contributed more personnel to UN peacekeeping missions than any other state. So here I would like to take this opportunity to salute to the government, the people, and the military forces of the Republic of Fiji. The training that begins today is an integral part of this noble cause, which calls for the genuine courage to brave the hardship, danger, and multiple challenges in the zone of operations.
China has also made it clear that they will continue to assist Fiji's military, especially in the area of peacekeeping.
There will be one Chinese naval training vessel coming to make a friendly visit to Fiji, and also that roughly 47 vehicles of various types and functions will be handed over to the RFMF.
15 female soldiers will also be part of the tour, which highlights the RFMF's commitment to engaging more women in peacekeeping operations in line with the United Nations policies. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
Prime Minister Varengan Bainimarama is expected to have Talanoa sessions with the Fijian communities in Sydney and Canberra. The sessions will be part of Bainimarama's first official state visit to Australia, which starts on Thursday. The Prime Minister earlier told FBC News the visit will include bilateral talks with the Australian government, and a meeting is also scheduled with Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison. It's expected that climate change will be one of the main topics discussed. Bainimarama's meeting with Morrison will be interesting given the outcome of the recent Pacific Islands Forum meeting in Tuvalu last month. During the PIF's leaders' retreat, Bainimarama was disappointed with Morrison's approach to climate change. Up ahead, Fijians praised for adhering to seasonal fish ban. And New Zealand backs climate fight. Details after the break.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Sotiama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lotoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Raki Raki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
With the seasonal ban on kawakawa and donu coming to an end, over the past 3 months, the Fisheries Ministry has confiscated large numbers of the two species. Minister responsible Semi Koroilavisau says the ban is a huge achievement as Fijians have come to understand its purpose and importance. Kelly Vadala reports.
The seasonal ban on kawakawa and donu came into effect in June and will be lifted at the end of this month.
So there have been a lot of cases that have been, so that is an ongoing matter within the legal framework and within the jurisdiction. So I think we've achieved what we aim to do. I think if you look at the media and the social media, there's a lot of discussions on sustainability.
Fisheries Minister Koroilavisau says with the seasonal ban now a law, people should be aware of the penalties.
The fact that it is a new legislation that has been put in place, and it's only 4 months, from June to September. So that is the window of opportunity that we wanted to create to allow for sustainable, for crab, it's in all 12 months right through the year. So that is an ongoing exercise.
Ocean governance is critical for our survival at the moment. And a seasonal ban is a key part of how we manage and we govern our ocean, particularly our coastal fishery. That's a process that we need everyone to take accountability of.
The government banned catching, sale and export of all kawakawa and donu during the peak spawning months to help revive both of the rapidly declining species. Kelly Vatala, FBC News.
It's World Suicide Prevention Day and a vigil in remembrance is planned for this evening in Suva. 88 Fijians committed suicide between January to August of this year. Of these figures, 3 were children under the age of 16. Lifeline Fiji's officer in charge, Jeremiah Merakula, says tonight's vigil will be a time to remember those who have died from suicide, those who have survived, and those who work in suicide prevention. Lifeline Fiji runs a 24-hour suicide prevention crisis line on 132-454 7 days a week.
And for the next 3 years, the theme of World Suicide Prevention Day is working together to prevent suicide. This year we are going to host a vigil at the Terry Walk in Suva. It's from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and we're collaborating with Youth Champs for Mental Health, Psychiatric Survivors Association, and the Fiji Council of Social Services to have the suicide prevention vigil at Terry Walk. So if you're free, please come by and show your support.
With waste becoming a bigger and bigger problem, bottle collection facilities provide the financial incentive to reduce litter, leading to cleaner beaches, parks, streets and home surroundings. Lambasa has opened its first bottle collection facility, operated by a local businessman who has partnered with Paradise Beverages with the aim of reducing the volume of drink bottles that enter the environment. Eleanor Turangaivu has more.
It's amongst one of the most discarded solid wastes in the country, and you can find them almost everywhere. Beverage bottles have long been an eyesore in most areas of Lambasa. A new bottle collection facility is now open, where these glass beverage bottles can be exchanged for cash.
Part of our plans for further improvements for 2019 was the establishment of a third collection depot in Honolulu to improve outcomes for collectors operating on the island. Today we are witnessing the culmination of that plan, and we thank Fungal Bottle Collections for stepping forward to partner with us in this journey.
9 months ago, partnering with Paradise Beverages, Suresh Chand acquired 1 truck for house-to-house collection. Today Chand has 4 trucks doing the job, with 7 individuals working for him.
This is the first time we open the bottle depot here. They're giving us a contract for bottle depot after 63 years. First time in Vanuatu we opened the bottle depot.
Paradise Beverages reuses its glass bottles for the vast majority of its local beer portfolio.
This process is better for the environment as each container is collected, cleaned and reused an average of 8 to 10 times, which contributes to less waste sent to landfill and better littering outcomes.
Each year, an average of 1,500 glass bottles is saved from the landfill through this bottle collection system. Eleanor Turangaiwiu, FBC News.
The New Zealand government continues to raise awareness about the impact of climate change. This is evident with the launching of the Far From Frozen Climate Change exhibition at the Suva City Library today. New Zealand High Commissioner to Fiji, Jonathan Kerr, says the exhibition is spearheaded by the Otago Museum in partnership with the Suva City Council and the Fiji Museum. Josiah Nanunga reports.
Kerr says the exhibition is expected to equip the general public on the notion of climate change.
It seeks to engage school students, youth, and hopefully whole communities on the science behind climate change in a manner that is widely accessible, that is interactive, and which is fun.
He adds the New Zealand government will continue to strengthen its relationship with Fiji on this important agenda.
And at the recent Pacific Islands Forum leaders meeting in Tuvalu, Prime Minister Ardern announced that New Zealand had ring-fenced a further $150 million for climate change-related initiatives in and with the Pacific. We will continue to partner with Fiji in this work.
Meanwhile, Director of the Otago Museum, Dr. Greg Grant, says more collaboration is needed to counter the effects of climate change across the region.
We thought, look, how can we take this to where it matters most? And in the Pacific Islands, they really are the nations at the forefront of the impact of climate change.
The week-long climate change exhibition is a platform to engage the young and the old with interactive displays and demonstrations on climate change and its effects across the region. The exhibition ends this Friday and will roll out in Rakiraki and Lautoka in the coming weeks. Jose Nanunga, FBC News.
British MPs have once again blocked Prime Minister Boris Johnson's bid to call an early general election. It was voted down for a second time this morning, with Parliament now suspended for 5 weeks. And now it's business time with Kelly.
Thanks, Amrita. Coming up, Fiji works on getting more Chinese tourists. And in growing Fiji, Fiji rakes in millions through entertainment. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची एफएम सुनता है because it's hot. Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's number one.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है. हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग कल मिर्ची एफएम सुनता. गौल टाउन तावा में मिर्ची एफएम दागो मामा.
Mirchi FM. It's hot.
Increasing the tourism trade from China is one of the key areas of development cooperation on the table for the Fiji-China relations. Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama says the significant increase of Chinese tourists to Fiji is already paying off, and he expects these numbers to increase further. Maggie Boyle reports.
China is a global powerhouse with a population to match. Fiji's tourism sector already growing considerably, with Chinese tourists flocking to Fiji.
Business numbers increasing 11-fold from 4,087 in 2009 to 49,083 in 2016. I look forward to seeing those numbers continue to climb in the years ahead.
Is there room to increase the numbers, though? Chinese ambassador to Fiji, Gyambo, believes there is if certain measures are put in place.
And one of the major, I would not say obstacle, but the issue we need to seriously consider is the direct flight between China and Fiji.
The ambassador adding that security is also another key factor.
Now the Chinese government attaches great importance to the safety and security of the tourists. So we need to make sure that every program of traveling will be safe and sound.
Last year, according to Ambassador Bo, 160 million Chinese nationals traversed the globe, making China a hotly contested tourism source market. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Sinifa from HFC Bank joins us now with the latest from the money world.
Thank you.
Let's review the trading on our local stock market for last week. 14,675 shares in 10 listed stocks were traded in 26 transactions for a total consideration of more than $69,000. Share price movements were as follows. Amalgamated Telecom Holdings shares decreased by 26 cents, ending the week at $3.04. Paradise Beverages Fiji Limited shares showed a drop of 4 cents and closed at $14.02. Port General Marina shares concluded the week at $1.58, noting an increase of 4 cents. RB Patel Group Limited shares rose by 1 cent and ended the week at $8.08. Vision Investments shares decreased by 1 cent and closed the week at $4.53, and Fijian Holdings Limited shares fell by 55 cents to end the week at $1.25. Consequent to the various share price movements, the overall market capitalization decreased by 7.73% and concluded the week at a value of $3.48 billion. That's a wrap from our local stock market. Vinaka.
Thanks, Sinifa. Here are today's exchange rates as set this morning. The Fiji dollar was on the rise again, rising against the Chinese yuan and the US greenback, the PNG kina, the euro, and the Japanese yen. But the Sangha Moli was slightly down against the Australian and New Zealand dollars. On the commodities market, oil prices were back on the rise at over $58 per barrel. Gold dropped over $23 to $1,495 per ounce, and silver was down at $17.93 per ounce. In growing Fiji, Fiji has hosted 362 film and TV shows in the last 5 years, worth $897 million. This was confirmed by the Minister for Industry and Trade, Pramila Kumar, while launching the newest TV show to be shot in Fiji. Eco Challenge Fiji is an expedition race in which teams race non-stop 24 hours a day across hundreds of miles of rugged terrain, mountains, jungles, and rivers. Kumar says Fiji is fast becoming a location of choice for large media productions thanks to a 75% tax rebate.
The incentive has been successful in attracting major productions, and we are committed and confident that Fiji will become the most desired location for filmmakers all over the world. We will continue to tell the world of the wonderful opportunities we have on offer. That is the world's best tax incentives and the world's best locations.
That's it from Business Tonight. Sports is up next with Jamie.
Thanks, Gillian. Good evening in Sports Tonight. The latest from the Flying Fijians and Wallabies camps ahead of World Cup opener.
Natango merea maramani waya manatu sawa aweti kitu nandi ya ndo marata kana baronga na Radio Fiji One.
Yawa asna vatili yawa maga Monica. Tondo baronga vale bona domo ibiti lambasa.
Bula natango aprosa ngarse ngor kraki do televe no baronga na Radio Fiji One na domo ibiti. Natango tsani bukia ngoni na mosi ando taleta kana baronga na Radio Fiji One na domo ibiti so.
Radio Fiji One na domo.
The Flying Fijians and Wallabies have 11 days before they square off in their opening pool match at the 2019 Rugby World Cup in Japan. Fiji head coach John McKee targeting that first win to get the aim of a quarterfinal spot after the perfect start. Meanwhile, Australian counterpart Michael Cheika has said the Wallabies' bond is stronger than ever. Akula Dhamma has more.
Both Fiji and the Wallabies want a winning start to the 2019 Rugby World Cup.
Well, Australia, a very big game for us to start with. I think it's a very big game for both teams. And we will go to Sapporo very hopeful to get a very good start to our campaign.
But Fiji will use the advantage they have and utilize what they are good at.
I think the strengths are our ability to the speed and to play open rugby. With lots of ball movement, so that's what we hope to achieve in Rugby World Cup.
The Flying Fijians will spend the next week in Akita before heading to Sapporo, where they play the Wallabies next Saturday. Aquila Thama, FBC Sports.
The All Blacks have been welcomed to Japan with open arms. It wasn't without drama, though, with the typhoon putting the team behind schedule by a couple of hours. The Fiji Under-23 football side lost their second international friendly match against Singapore 1-0 last night through a penalty in the first half. The national side lost its first match against Singapore 2-0 4 days ago. The Fiji Under-23 are in Singapore as part of their build-up to the OFC Olympic qualifiers, which Fiji will host from Saturday 21st September to the 5th of October. Fijian surfers Hannah Bennett, Kim Bennett and Kayla Wakeham provided tough opposition to their more famous counterparts at the 2019 ISA World Surfing Games at Kisakihama Beach, Miyazaki, Japan. Kayla, who is just 16 years old, raised her performance against her older opponents, finishing in repechage round 1. Kim Bennett finished in repechage round 2, while Hannah Bennett powered through to repechage round 3 and only just missed progressing further. The competition wrapped up on Sunday. There were over 50 participants at the Fiji Baseball Clinic at John Wesley College grounds on Saturday. Baseball Fiji Development Officer Inoke Nyumbalavu says they are seeing increased interest from Fijians. Nyumbalavu also highlighted baseball equipment from the Japanese embassy will help them prepare for the next major goal, which is the 2021 Pacific Mini Games. He adds they will be holding baseball clinics every Saturday of this month to help boost development further. Northern Ireland's Euro 2020 football qualifying campaign suffered a major setback. The Irish were beaten 2-0 by Germany, who climbed to top spot in Group C. In today's play of the day, another Little has been making a mark in New Zealand's provincial rugby competition. James Little, cousin of former Flying Fijian Nicky Little, was on song for North Harbour over the weekend. That's it from sports and new media. After the break, some tips and tricks to save your phone battery during a power outage. Details coming up.
हमारा नाम उमेश कुमार, हम रहता है लेबू और रेडियो फीजी में हरदम सुनता है। बहुत पुराना गाना लगे और बहुत रोचक सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा लगे हमको।
उमेश चंद्रा और कांता चंद्रा हमारा वाइफ है। हम लोग रेडियो फीजी 2 बहुत सुंदर से सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम, नंबर 1 रेडियो।
कुमार स्वामी नायक है, गोंगवा लेबू लटोका। रेडियो फीजी 2 में पुराना गाना लगे, हमें बहुत अच्छा लगे।
कुमार नाकाफी में रहता है, रेडियो फीजी 2 सुनता है।
रेडियो फीजी 2, देश की धड़कन।
In new media, our phone battery is crucial during times of disaster. So what needs to be done to save our battery time in times of a power shutdown? We now join Angie for weather.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. Hope you enjoyed the long weekend with kind compliments of the weather, of course. From here till year end, we will have events, public holidays. It will be something to suit every taste. Now to the west, if you love the heat and all you want to do is swim in the crystal clear warm water, eat lots of fresh tropical fruit and sleep on a deck chair, the western weather is just right for you. Eastwards from Peck Harbour to Suva, it was sunny throughout, but light showers are strolling our side. And up north, there is no doubt of sunshine. At sea, southeast winds 15 to 20 knots, moderate to rough seas. For the tides, low tide at 10:20 p.m. with high tide at 4:30 a.m. Sunrise will be at 6:05. For tomorrow, the eastern side will see some showers. The rest of the areas will have stable conditions. Tomorrow's temps a mix of hot and cold. And looking further on to Thursday, fine weather to take it away. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. I'm Rita.
Thank you. And in Fijian Pulse segment tonight, we asked what role can communities play in helping curb suicides?
I think that more awareness should be done to help prevent suicide.
Adults need to be open up to people they trust
They need to be able to speak to people they know that will help them out.
To stay with the family.
To spend more time with family.
There should be more family time given to each family.
I believe there should be more awareness on suicide issues.
I think that we need to remove the stigma around talking about it. I think that you should always feel free to talk about how you feel, and someone will always be there to support you.
Have you ever been to a hotel and there is no toothpaste offered in the lineup of toiletries in the bathroom? Well, in the world of the weird, we tell you why you must probably pack out your toothpaste for your next hotel stay. Recapping the main stories, tax evaders trying new tricks to defraud the government. Partner violence reaches next level. A new passport price yet to be determined. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. On to our poll question segment. This week, we're asking, should there be harsher penalties imposed on bogus real estate agents? You can visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go on to our shot of the day, we head off to Japan, where the Flying Fijians are preparing for the Rugby World Cup. Here, Nipi halfback Nicola Matawalu takes out time to pose with students who were watching the Fiji team train. Well, do remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email, fbcnews@fbc.com.fj, or share it with us via our Facebook page, FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or hashtag FBC News. And that was your FBC News for tonight. Until next time, good night.
We love Today FM. Today FM rocks. Bulaminaka, I'm Linda Fong. I studied Suva. I love listening to Today FM because they play latest music and they rock.
Hi, my name is Asnate. I'm from Ba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bula, I'm Makareta from Nandi. We love listening to Today FM. Here in Nandi, it rocks.
Hi, I'm Shania. I'm from Lotoka and I love Today FM and it rocks.
Today's hit music on